everybody, Patty Ann here. I'm so excited about today's project. Simple project using embroidery files that you may already have and some paints that you could get from the Dollar Tree or win from me. So let's get started. Okay, you can see my stitch out here, and I have several different types of materials that I'm going to use. I'm going to use just a Prang watercolor set, just something like what we used when we were in grade school. Like that. Okay. I'm also going to use just colored pencils. I happen to have Prisma colored pencils, and I'm going to use those, and then the colorless blender. And the third thing I'm going to use is these watercolors right here, and I have some extra sets. I have 3 sets actually, and I'm going to be giving these away to lucky winners. So let's start with the let's see, I think I'll start making a leaf with the green Prang set. So what I usually like to do when I'm using this set is to go ahead and take a spray bottle of water and just spray these to kind of get them started. Okay, and then you can use a regular paintbrush, which is what I have right here, just a regular paintbrush, or you could use one of these kind of brushes, and it holds water inside of it, and they're kind of cool to use. So I think I'll just use this one, and I'm going to just go over here and see what happens. So I'm kind of nervous, but I'll just go ahead. Okay, so I'm just going to start painting on this, and obviously, as you can see, I've left it in the hoop. I can squeeze this a little bit to make some more water come out if I want to kind of blend this across. So this is a lot of fun to do this. As I said, I don't have to have one of these brushes, although these are very inexpensive. And they're kind of nice when you want to change colors. Let's say I wanted to go for a different color now. All I would have to do is to squeeze out some more and do it on a paper towel like this or Kleenex until it no longer has color, and then it's time that I can go into the next color. Well, I see this is blending out a little bit further than what I'd like, so I might not want to use this one and squeeze it as hard as I just did. Let's try one of the regular paintbrushes and see how that will work in the little set we have here. So I'm just going to go up to another leaf. I guess I'll go to this one over here and just start painting this in. I'm not an artist, obviously. I just have fun playing with all these different materials. Okay, so yeah, see how this is really spreading over here? I'm not crazy about that. But this is not, because I didn't squeeze a whole bunch of water into it. Kind of using a fairly dry brush. So there's that. Okay, let's put this one away now. And let's try these. Okay, I'm going to start working on this one now, which is one that I did out of black thread. I'm trying to make my table not wiggle too much. I'm going to just start on one of these leaves right here, and I'm going to make it green. And these are the paints that I'm using again, and I have a set of 3 sets actually that I'm going to be giving away. So stay tuned and I'll tell you how you can win yours. These are watercolor sets. And you know, one of the good things they are good for, if you don't do embroidery, you can also use these on greeting cards for hand lettering and portraits, and they have all kind of designs in the back that can show you. Okay, so I'm going to start with the green. Just right here. I'm going to take some out here into my little mixing area, because I'm going to put a little blue in it too, because I like a bluish green. Okay, like that. I don't want my brush to be too wet. Okay, that looks good to me. Alright, I'm just going to start painting these in. And of course, you know, you can, rather than painting, you could use colored pencils and just go that route. And that turns out really nice as well. I just had a hankering to paint today, So I got out my watercolors and I've started this. I want to make sure I don't get this brush too wet, because otherwise this water will start bleeding out into the outer edges of my image, which I had happen last time, and I don't want that to happen. So what I could do also is clean this brush off a little bit and maybe even put a little yellow. I need a paper towel, and I didn't reach far enough. Got a Kleenex, but that will work. Maybe put a little yellow in here as well. Just add a little spiciness to it, a little pizzazz. Like that. I like that. Okay, now I'm going to go ahead and do another leaf. Maybe I'll do this one up here now. Don't like to do them too close together. I like to leave them have a little time to dry. Okay, there we go. All right, now I got that one a little too wet. It's starting to bleed out a little bit. That's what I don't like to have happen. I gotta be careful. Okay, so I'm gonna start at the outermost petals, I think. Again, be careful, Patty Ann. Don't gotta get too much water on your brush, or the paint will bleed out into the surrounding area. I think that'll kind of perk this up also. Okay. And what I don't want to do is I don't want to touch this red to where that green is, because that will really could make a mess if the green is not dry. So anyway, like I said, I think there's about 16 different files, and I think this would be really fun to do for Christmas decoration. A little bit more red over here. At this point, I really should be getting out my smaller brush so I can get in here without going where I don't want to go. Okay, here's the completed design, and I think it turned out beautifully. You do get all kind of extra pieces for cornerstones and side pieces that you would also do in the hoop, which I can show you in just a minute up on my screen, but I just thought you'd like to see how pretty this turns out. And of course I could take seed beads or any kind of beads and bedazzle it. Remember I said I used the jelly roll pen to hide that little spot where it bled outside, but I don't even know where it was now. And you can also use stickles if you wanted to do something like that, if this was going to be something that was going to be a wall hanging. So let's look up at my screen now and let me just show you those few patterns that you get with this, or the files. Again, remember, I'm not affiliated. I just think it's really pretty and a lot of fun to do this. And by the way, this is also set up to use organza in here instead of painting it. And I didn't have all these different colors of organza, so what I did, and it's over there on my other table, I can't quite reach it, but I used that technique I told you about yesterday, where you just take your alcohol markers and color your organza any color you want it to be. And that's how I made some other blocks. So follow me up to my screen. This is the design that I used, Anita Goodesign, and it's $34.95. But as I said, I have a link for you down below that you can save $6 if you sign up for this one thing. It's up to you. Remember, I'm not affiliated. But isn't this cute? Look at these things. You can make a beautiful wall hanging like this. And they have all these different flowers that you get. The thing is, they are going to give you instructions. It's going to tell you how to do it with organza, as I said. If you'd like me to show you my organza ones that I've done, let me know, because I can show you how to do that. But anyway, if you like my videos, please give me a thumbs up and subscribe and hit the bell so you're notified when I go live. I really appreciate it. Don't forget to check out my links down below too. If you're in the market to buy something, I appreciate it when you use my links because I get a tiny commission and it helps to keep me going. So thanks again. Bye-bye.